And here we go again. First, I'd like to start off by thanking all the people who have subscribed to my channel, and especially a thank you to all the people who take the time to comment on various bits and pieces of videos that I put up on YouTube, and of course on the Plugit website, which is where we store most of the videos that I produce. Some of the comments are very nice, and some of them maybe aren't quite as nice, but they all have one thing in common, that somebody has taken the time to comment on something that I've done, and maybe a correction, or maybe some rare adverse comments, but mainly some very complimentary comments. And thank you to everybody who puts comments in the comments box on YouTube, because it does come in very handy for me so that I can format the next demonstrations with the information I'm given. Anyway, at the end of the last club meeting that we had for Plugit, I was asked if we could do a demonstration on Microsoft Office. Now, although I've touched on the subject a long time ago in the past, I think in Office 2003, maybe that's a bit outdated now. So if I just have a very quick look here, I think I've still got that on my computer. Microsoft Office 2003 Excel, I think it is. There it is, Excel 2003. This is what we got. And we can see here we've got the old file menu, etc. and so forth, and all the rest of it. Now, if we close that and have a look at the new version of Microsoft Excel, this is Microsoft Excel 2007. Quite a difference. We have the ribbon method of entry up the top here. So long gone is file, edit, and all the rest menu that comes across the top. However, everything that we started off is still the same. If we click on the Office button at the top, we can see there's a print and save as, open, new, etc. All the stuff that we used to have maybe in the file menu. And also there's a quick save. Most of the buttons on the top here are all pertinent to different types of spreadsheet that we produce. So today I'm going to keep it simple. I've decided what we'll do is put together a simple shopping list to keep a record of what we're spending, and also to keep a record of prices at the shops, etc. So what I've done is sort of worked it out that the important stuff is the date. Obviously we need the date that we purchase stuff. Whoa, let's get that right. Date that we purchase stuff. We need the products, and how many, the size that we need, and also the cost that it's going to come to. So let's put a few of those headings in. And all I'm doing is literally, if you look here, I've put the word date in one column, and it comes up where it says FX or formula bar. It's straightforward, it's date. Okay, so we'll do the next column and we'll call that product, I think. Again, moving on, we can have the size of the product, I suppose, is the next important thing. So, okay, we'll just put it straight in as I've said there. Oh, size. Oh, come on, fingers. Can't find the keys on the keyboard, even after all this long. Right, the next one you should have, maybe we've got a product, we've got the size, how many we need. Okay, so quantity. And how much cost each, maybe. And of course in the next column we would need to total it all up and say this will total cost. Oh dear me, I don't know if that came across, but I hit the wrong button and of course had a loud ringing in my ear. So here we'll call this total cost, I think I said, wasn't it? Total cost. Okay, so there's our headings. Let's have a look then. We'll just literally highlight the row. Well, I want all that lot to be in the center. Also want it to be in bold as well, so that's a time to do that, is right at the beginning. Mess around with it later if you want, but we need to sort of do it at the beginning so as to know exactly what we're going to contend with. Just had a thought as well, if maybe we could have here cost US. Let me just go back to cost US. Now if I want to edit that particular column, we've got H where I've got cost US. I actually meant to put cost in dollars US. Well, right, if I go to this box here and start typing, it will delete everything that's in there and start again. So we'll have dollars and US. Okay, so that's just an add-on that I just thought of as we're going through. So let's have a look at the date. Obviously we need to highlight that column, and this is where we format the type of information which we're going to put in here. Obviously date is straightforward, so if we right click on the little A or the B, C, D, E, etc., if we right click on there, then we will get this little sub menu, and what I want to do is format this particular cell. And what I'm going to do is put in, as you can see here, we've got general, number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, notation I think it is, text, special results and custom results, etc. We quite simply want date in there. We can vary the date to different places if we wish to. No, I don't want New Zealand, I want straightforward English. I thought it was in bit of bother there. Never mind. See, I'm still learning yet. So there's the English we want it. The type of date we want, unlike the Americans, and I sort of got told off last time I said something like this, but we have this smallest number, i.e. the days, and then the next one, which is the months, and then the years. Whereas if we looked at the American date and time, we see that it's months, big middle one, then days, the smallest one, then years, the largest one. However, that's the way they do it. I only want the numerical version, so I'm going to click that one and say OK. Now that means that anything I put in there is basically a date. So what is today's date? Is the 26th of the 6th. I've done a deliberate mistake there. I don't know if it's going to correct it or not. There we go. Yes, it has automatically corrected it to be 26/06/18, which is great. Now I don't know how many products I'm going to have, probably 20 or so. Let's just click on the top one and drag it down to say about 22, 23, around there. Instead of typing the date in every single one of those columns, although you could do that, nothing's stopping you, this is where we use one of the built-in functions on this. Now we've got date highlighted, we've dragged it down, and I'm going to go over to the other side of the screen here to where it says fill, and I'm going to fill down, and look what we get straight away. Lovely, filled all the way down. Centralize the box using the notation up here. So there we are, that's all the columns I'm going to use today, filled in nicely. Let's have a look at product. What should we have? I suppose wholemeal bread is the first thing, isn't it? Wholemeal bread. That's good. What size is it? I think it's 800 gram. Is a normal loaf size. Quantity, we're going to have the 2 for the week. Cost each, it's about £1 or something, £1.15. £1.15. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've done here. Total cost, we'll come to that in a moment too. So we've got wholemeal bread, that's straightforward. I'll make that centered in that column. Size, 800 grams. I'll have that centered in the column as well. Quantity. Now, quantity can be, it can be the number you want to buy, it could be the bunch, or it could be a packet, or it could be whatever. So I think in here we'll just leave it as a simple number, so that'll just be a numeric value. So if I right click on there again, format the cells to be a numeric number. Yes, 2 decimal places. I don't think we need 2 decimal places. Okay, we might need 1.5 or something like that. So we'll leave that as 2 we'll need. Quantity, just open up the box a bit. Cost each, £1.15. Right, we want that centered, obviously. Keep it straight, keep it in the center. But we also want this to be a currency column. So I'm going to go down to format the cells again. This is right click on the top box, where it says the letter. And if we come down here, we can select currency. Now, obviously my computer's formatted for pounds, so I'll put pounds in, 2 decimal places, and that will be great. So now you can see I get the pound sign in front of the currency. Now, total cost, this is where we get just a little bit clever. I will just make sure that entire column is centered. Right, a total cost is basically it's the cost each multiplied by the quantity. So how do we put that in? It's not difficult at all, because all we have to do is put equals, because whatever we put after this equal sign is what this column is going to represent. So it's going to equal that column, which is D2, multiplied by star E3. And that is the end of the formula. That's it. And we can see that is £2.30. £1.15 and £1.15 is £2.30. Okay, let's go again. Let's say, what, semi-skim milk or something like that. Milk. Oh, I keep getting that. Semi-SK. I'm not going to fit it all in, so I'll keep it shorter. Milk. Size. Say 2 litre. And for the sake of our American cousins, we'll have, what's this? 2 litres, that's 4 pints, isn't it? Just open the box up a little bit to allow for these anomalies. There we are, 4 pints, that's great. Quantity, then we'll have 2 of those as well. And cost each, they are £1 for 2 litres, so that'll just be 1 in there, and that should put us in as £1. And of course this is the sum of, you don't have to write sum in this version, just type equals, same again, that number times that number. Now we could go doing this every single line. Okay, that would be the easiest thing to do. However, again, using the fill down, we have the formula in there, D2 times E2. Right, if we just drag down to wherever we went, 22, and fill down, bump, there we go. Not sure if it did that. Down, there we go. And it straight away will put in the answer to our sum, which is £1 times 2, or £2. Let's do one more, just for the fun of it. Let's say I wanted to buy some Kerrygold butter. To type that in, Kerrygold butter. That's just a brand name for anyone living in America, and I don't know if they have butter, Kerrygold butter in America. If they do, I apologise. If not, it doesn't matter. Generally, it's 250 grams, which is about £1/2. I shan't put that in, but it's about £1/2. How many do we want? We'll have 2 of those because we have a lot of butter in our house apparently, and they are the cost of £1.90 each. £1.9, so £1.90 each. But look, straight away it's put £3.80 in that column there, which is brilliant. Okay, so let's fill out the rest of the shopping list, which I can do reasonably easy for you by opening where we've got to. We put in the milk, we put in the butter. I've added some breakfast cereals, I've added some sandwich fillers and some bits and pieces, vegetables that I bought, and some fruit there as well as something, other bits and pieces. So there's our total. It comes to all these prices that we have down the side. Okay, that's great, because I can print that list off, go around the shop and buy it and make any alterations as necessary. But let's be a bit clever on this, because how much am I going to spend? How much money am I going to take with me? That is quite a simple sum. If we select this box here, and we can do a total sum, etc. If I put in the sum of open brackets, that cell, not sure if this is going to work, right, sum open brackets of F2 all the way through to F22, and close the brackets. Had this out the other day, it's correct. Oh dear, okay, there we go. Right, so I finished up with the sum equals the sum, I should say, open brackets, F2 to F22. I'm still learning, so I apologise for any errors I might make. There we have it. There's the grand total there. We can actually put that square bold because we can make it stand out. I need to take £31.06 with me, providing that everything is correct. And there we go. Okay, suppose now, just for the sake of the fun of it, I want to know how much this same basket would cost if they sold exactly the same foods. So we're going to put total cost US. Oh, wrong one. US. There we are. That'll be brilliant. Let me just highlight the box, make it bold. There we go. In fact, I should have total cost dollars US. Okay, that's wonderful. Let's just have a quick shoot onto the internet very, very speedily. We can search Google and ask conversion dollars to pounds. There we go. United States. Okay, I want to change that. I want that to be UK. Oh, pound sterling even. That'll do. Pound sterling to US dollars. There we are. And it tells us it's $1.33. That's exactly $1.33 for £1 sterling. Okay, we need to remember that number. And in here we put equals this figure here multiplied by 1.33, and that should give us $3 US. The only thing I missed out there is showing you, if I highlight the circuit and click format cells, we went to currency, I selected dollars English US. Okay, so that was the only thing I missed out on that one. I did mean to show you it. So if I highlight down here, I could actually fill down quite simply on that, and that will give us the American value of all this stuff here. So the same basket in America would cost a third more, $41 and $41 and 31 pence. Make that bold as well. And there we have it. That is the way we do in our spreadsheet. We must remember as well, save this every now and again. We can save it as we'll save it as shopping. Missed that. Straightforward shopping. Why not? There we are. So there is our little spreadsheet we've created. It's with date, it's got the product, and it can be a variable, anything you want to do. You could use hardware tools and all the rest of it in there. The size of a nut bolt, number 8, whatever, all the way down to screwdrivers, type of screwdriver, quantity you wanted to buy, the cost each, current cost. You can also have here maybe a discount cost if there's any discounts because you're a regular customer, etc. It all can be fitted in there. So that is what we've done so far. It's quite simplistic, and anybody who knows Excel will probably be laughing their socks off that we even bothered to do that. But a lot of people may just gain benefit from that because they've never used Excel. And there we are. That's the end of it. That is how to use the easiest form of spreadsheet that we can do. One of the things that I found hard about learning Excel is all the formula and the how to, in some cases there you'll see that I've put sum equals and other is just equals, and I think there's one I put in maybe somewhere just sum, this sum equals, that would be. So it's a matter of playing around a bit. That's what I did certainly over the last week. I've been playing around more and working out what those formulas are. They're in there somewhere. If you go to formulas here up on the top bar, you get an overview of what's available. Say it's a financial formula, we have quite a bit in there. Now, I do not understand a lot of that, I'll be totally honest with you. There's the formula for dates, here's a formula for looking up, and all the rest of the little boxes are well labelled. So this is the way you use it, and it's getting to know that. Now, over the period of the next probably couple of months, if I have the time, I will see if we can learn it and maybe do some advanced work on Excel. It's very interesting, it's a fascinating program. But if I can do that, that's something to look forward to. Anyway, for the time being, that's the end of my video. I do need people to subscribe to my channel, which is Howard L. Hall at YouTube. And if you've enjoyed this video, if you had a good belly laugh, then please click the thumbs up button. And if you think it was just a little bit too boring, then click the thumbs up anyway, but leave a comment as well, or leave a comment anyway. I'll always try to answer comments if they're sensible and grounded, and you know, I don't want to have a load of comments which are totally immaterial, because that's ridiculous. But certainly good comments, interesting comments, and positive is best. But if it's negative, then that's the way it goes. Thank you very much for listening.